Hello, I'm FD Master Corey Russell, and I recently played in a Clark Harmon Memorial at the Portland Chess Club. I played second, or tied for second. And anyway, this is one of my games, round four. I was playing a high 1900 with white pieces, and he actually played very, very solid and had actually a good position, but I somehow managed to win the game. It was pretty exciting Caro-Kann, so let's see what happened. I was white. Caro-Kann. I do the brash e5. Uh, this is not the positionally strongest move, but it is imbalanced, and I need to win. So as far as that goes, imbalances are a good thing. It's certainly with its elements of risk. So all of this is book. This is all book. Takes here, take. This is all book. Everything's book here. This is still all book. And Fritz said there's 4 games at this. So both sides key development. I'm going to castle as soon as possible. I knew that was coming. I didn't want to castle right away. Or I don't want to do g5 because knight f5 is real strong. So I said, well, let me just castle. Right? Because if he takes, I think I can just sack the exchange, right? Because this is a really nasty little setup I got going on here. He's all balled up. I mean, I get a pawn for it. As a matter of fact, actually, it's oops. Ah. Nope, sorry. Okay. So the other thing too is even if he takes it, watch this. Okay, say he takes it and goes here. I can do this. And if he goes, oh, I'll just castle. Boom. And if he takes, doesn't really change anything, right? Well, it doesn't really help. And so I win material. So I would have, it'd be worth it to give them the exchange because I get it back. I get nice pressure if he goes for it. So that's why I didn't mind him doing that. So he thinks development is more important, but I don't let him do that anymore, though. I covered the now to after the pawn, or bishop, I mean, if he takes the pawn. He finishes development, makes sense. I want this knight to move, but it can't as long as, until I get more protection on the e-pawn, so I do rook e1. Okay, it doesn't really do anything. Here, I missed a really good move. I had queen f3. The point is, if here, knight here, and I would have got a nice, very, very nice game. Or actually, Fritz says actually he's going to go g8, and I take here, and I have a better position. So queen f3 is a better move. I did f4. Wasn't the best. In fact, now black's actually better. But he has to prove it. And that's the thing about chess. Is that you can be better, but you still got to prove it. Here I thought queen b6, and he's doing fine. b6. The only problem with b6 is now his king doesn't really have anywhere to hide, which could be a problem if the position opens up later. The reason I take is my e-pawn is really, in this position, really my only trump. And so I need it clear to try to get some counterplay. The other thing too, if you did g6, take, g take, that'd be great for black. So I didn't want that to happen. So I'd much rather the e-pawn take than the g2 pawn take. So take it now, rather chance. This is played partly to restrain a c5, because then it can smash d5. Here, Fritz says bishop e3 and it's equal. And it's right, but I'm trying to win here, Fritz. Oh, one thing should be mentioned. If he goes d4, idea was e6, and I get some counterplay here actually. Let's see what does he do. If he does take, I can take knight here. I mean, he can take, of course, and actually maybe you should go for this. I mean, I don't have a win or anything, so he could have went for it, but he decided to play safe. Now, of course, not this, right? Because queen take would be devastating, so that it hits e6 and e8. But he takes correctly the rook. And he's expecting queen g6 to 6, but rook h6, queen here, queen here. This is really good for black. In fact, so good, I'd almost call him clear, almost winning. That good. So I didn't see any hope of winning that. I said, nope, keep the queens on. So I had another idea. Here, I was expecting knight c5 and maybe knight e4, and then it'd be difficult for white. But he took, which I was very happy to see that, because now, hey, it's unbalanced, the best e pawn. It could be dangerous. It might win the game for me. So, and certainly it helped win the game in the end. So, but technically, he's still better here. Matter of fact, Fritz says black has a clear advantage. That's a good move. I really had no choice to take it. So at least for the moment, his rook is out of play slightly. I mean, it's hitting the h pawn, but the thing is, he only has up and down movement, not lateral movement. So he's not as good as he could be otherwise. What's really funny is Fritz says knight b1 keeps fighting. I'm like, knight b1. Oh, probably because it's sinking knight f3. That's true, actually. Knight b1, knight f3, then I can hold, I guess. But I'm not trying to hold Fritz. I'm trying to win. Although Fritz now says black's winning. And for some weird reason, I thought he couldn't do this because of this, but actually this is a strong move. Although I do have this, actually. Right, because he can't take, I mean, he can't take this way, I get his rook, right? So he can't do that. If he takes this way, I get his bishop. So, I mean, it's not that clear. But yeah, he should have taken it. But we both, interesting enough, had the same illusion. We both thought that would be bad to take. I just thought bishop e8, and he's doing fine. He's doing just fine. He played bishop g8, which I was very happy to see that, because he's staying out of play. So here I did something very hyper aggressive. It gains a lot of time on the clock. Actually, I'm way ahead on time here. So technically, this shouldn't work. In fact, Fritz even says, "Wait, black's winning," but my opponent was rattled by queen c3 check. Because right, you can't do this here, slam, and then boom, and then bam, and then up a queen. So you can't do that. That'd be terrible. And so the fact he can't block, and he's like, well, where does he go? Right? Where does he go? So, of course, the right move is king b7, queen here, and take on d5. And, it's an interesting game, but, technically, this shouldn't work. But, you're going to go, he doesn't have any pieces over there, so he goes, oh, I'll go over here. Well, a little problem with that move. I have a strong rejoinder to that. In fact, Fritz gives this a question mark. Because now, queen c6, and Fritz says equal. I'm equality. So I battled from worse to equal. I'm like this equal, though, because, hey, this king's not exactly in a great spot here. So, bishop e6, Fritz gives exclamation mark, and that's really the only move, because I was threatening queen e8, which would be devastating. And now, with proper play, like black can get a draw with queen d5 check. So this should have been a draw, but my opponent badly underestimated the situation. So only moves king d1. And here, the thing is, what my opponent was thinking was, he goes check, he goes here, you check. And he just gets a heyday, right? I mean, just a massive assault on my king. He's thinking, hey, this will work out great. Well, little problem. I don't have to play like that. I have this, which he didn't see, which totally changes the situation. Um, what he should have done, he just goes queen. Oops, excuse me. Just goes queen check. By the way, notice rook take is a blunder because queen check would win the h2 rook, so he can't do that. But he can do this check, and it's still turning mate, right? So it has to be check, 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 and it's just perpetual. So he could have done that and got a draw, but he tried to win. I mean, there's no win here for black, just a draw. But he tried to win. So you try to come down here. Oh, I can block. Now that the back ring is covered, I can actually run back behind my pawns and continue the assault. So black realizes his mistake, but it's too late. So turning rook e8 mate. And what's funny is this next move I thought was really strong, but Fritz pointed out black had a very good defense I didn't see. Fritz says the correct move here, interesting enough, is king b1. It's saying king b1, f4, c3, queen check, king c1, and then black's basically pretty helpless to rook d1. Although, yeah, I'm not. Oh, I can also just go queen d6, rook e7, setting up a mate, and then now my king can run to the queen side. Maybe. Anyways, it's computer. What do computers know? I actually did rook here because I said, well, how's he going to defend this? Well, Fritz pointed out he actually could have done this. Check. King e7. And not exactly a dream position, but he's still in it. It's not game over. So it might even be equal, actually. So that's what he should have done. But this is a computer defense. Humans don't see that. He's getting a little time. He does check. King over queen here, which does stop the mate. There is no mate. No immediate mate. I do, however, have a killer. Queen f6 check. And now, all he can do is move his king, take the rook, and then, he only has a pawn for the rook. That's not going to be enough. And then I'd win the game. But rather than continue on, and he had low time anyways, he decided to resign, and that was my game. So I hope you enjoyed that fourth round game. I'll see you guys next time.